What if you could wake up to the sound of waves in a fishing village and fall asleep surrounded by ancient ruins under a violet Roman sky? What if your day began with a slow walk through olive groves in the sun and ended with a candlelit dinner beside a singing gondolier? Italy is a country of contrasts, of chaos and beauty, of legends and lazy afternoons, of crowded piazzas and silent countryside. In this video, I'm taking you through the most breathtaking places in Italy, some iconic, others quietly magical, all unforgettable. From the crumbling majesty of Rome to the cliffs of Amalfi, from the winding canals of Venice to rolling Tuscan hills. This is not just a tour. This is a journey into the soul of a place. Let yourself drift through golden vineyards, pastel villages, mountaintop towns where time stands still. You'll meet stories written in stone, taste landscapes in a single bite, feel beauty in every detail. And the best part, you don't need a ticket or a plan. You just need to press play and let Italy carry you away. Let's begin. Italy is smaller than California, but holds more UNESCO World Heritage Sites than any other country on Earth. Pizza, pasta, gelato? Of course. But did you know Italians didn't eat tomatoes until the 1600s, and espresso was once considered a luxury for the elite? The Italian language changes from town to town. Some villages even speak ancient dialects that outsiders can't understand. There are towns where cars aren't allowed, where you travel by boat or donkey, or walk through cobbled lanes untouched for centuries. Italians don't drink cappuccino after 11 a.m., and if you order one in the afternoon, they might give you a strange look. There's a fountain in Rome, said to bring true love, a bell tower in Pisa that refuses to fall, and a volcano in Naples that still rumbles in its sleep. Italy is full of legends, rules, superstitions, and joy. A wedding without confetti? Unthinkable. A meal without wine? Nearly impossible. And family? It's everything. Italy isn't just a country. It's a mood, a rhythm, a sweet, slow burn that stays with you. And the deeper you go, the more it gives back. Rome is not a city. It's a living storybook carved in stone and splashed in sunlight. You walk through streets older than entire countries, where every corner hides a secret, every ruin whispers its own tale. Stand in front of the Colosseum, and you're staring at 2,000 years of blood glory and roaring crowds that echoed through time. Toss a coin into the Trevi fountain, and legends say you'll return. Walk the Spanish Steps at sunset, and feel the golden light wrap itself around every wall, every balcony, every passing stranger. Rome is loud, warm, chaotic, but also full of quiet spots where you can just sit, sip an espresso and watch life unfold. Piazzas come alive with laughter and scooters. Basilicas rise like miracles above the roofs. There's beauty in the mess here, in laundry drying from windows and grandmothers yelling across streets and faded frescoes hidden inside chapels. Try a slice of Roman pizza, thin and crisp, or a plate of cacio, a pepe simple but perfect. Then wander into Trastevere, where ivy-covered walls and candlelit restaurants feel like scenes from a dream. Rome doesn't ask you to understand it. It just asks you to feel. And once you do, you'll never forget it. Venice feels like it shouldn't exist. A floating maze of marble and dreams drifting between water and sky. There are no cars, no roads, just canals like liquid mirrors and boats that glide past painted palaces. You can walk for hours and still feel lost, but in Venice getting lost is part of the magic. Every bridge leads to a new postcard. Every alley turns into a painting. Saint. East. Mark's Basilica glows with gold mosaics, while pigeons swirl in the square like confetti. The gondolas may seem like a cliché, until you're in one floating beneath arched windows and whispers from another time. Venetian glass sparkles like candy. Masks stare at you from every corner, hinting at secrets, at carnivals, at centuries of mystery. Try Sicily, Venice's version of tapas. Bite-sized wonders served with local wine in dim-lit bars by the canals. As night falls, the city becomes a dream. Lights shimmer on water, footsteps echo on stone, and the silence wraps around you like velvet. Venice is fragile, fading, and impossibly beautiful. You don't just visit it, you remember it in your bones. Florence is a museum with no walls, a city where art spills into the streets and history hangs in the air like perfume. Stand on the Ponte Vecchio and watch the river slide under its ancient arches past gold shops that have glittered for centuries. Climb to Piazzale Michelangelo and see all of Florence laid out before you, rooftops glowing in the soft Tuscan light. Inside the Uffizi, Botticelli's Venus rises from the waves, frozen in grace. Outside, life goes on in slow motion with gelato in hand and violins in the background. Florence gave birth to the Renaissance, and you feel it in every statue, every painting, every whispered story from the past. Try a bistecca alla Fiorentina, a steak so large it could feed a village, or simply sip a coffee in the shadow of the Duomo. The cathedral's dome towers above you, a miracle of brick and genius built when the world didn't believe it was possible. Florence doesn't shout. It sings gently, through marble, through color, through the hush of admiration. This is not just art. This is emotion carved and painted to last forever. The Amalfi Coast doesn't feel real. It feels painted in lemon yellow, sea blue, and bougainvillea pink. Cliffside villages cling to the rocks like delicate decorations, their narrow streets winding like ribbons through sunlit walls. Positano is the jewel. Pastel houses tumbling down to the beach where fishing boats bob like toys in a sapphire sea. Drive along the coast, and your heart might skip a beat with every curve. Mountains on one side, the endless sea on the other. It's like flying with wheels. Stop in Amalfi, a tiny town with a grand cathedral. Then head to Ravello, where gardens hang above the world, silent and full of sky. Eat seafood so fresh it tastes like the ocean, and sip limoncello made from lemons bigger than your hands. At sunset, the light turns golden, and the coast feels like a dream you're lucky enough to witness. Nothing is rushed here. Life flows like the sea, slow, deep, and full of music. Cinque Terre means 5 lands, 5 tiny fishing villages perched between sea and mountain, painted like candy kissed by the wind. Monterosso, Vernazza, Corniglia, Manarola, Rio Maggiore, each with its own rhythm, its own colors, its own secrets. There are no big roads here, just trains, boats, and trails that hug the cliffs like threads in a tapestry. You walk from village to village, with the sea below, the sun above, and vineyards climbing behind you. Laundry flutters from windows, fishermen mend their nets, and the scent of pesto and grilled fish fills the air. The houses are stacked like dominoes, teetering above tiny harbors where boats rock gently in the tide. Swim in hidden coves, drink wine made on the steep hills above, and listen to waves slap the rocks at night. This is not a place for fast travel. It's a place to pause, to breathe, to just... Cinque Terre doesn't need to impress. It just exists, quietly perfect. The Tuscan countryside is where time forgets to hurry, and every moment stretches like golden fields in the sun. Picture soft hills rolling like waves, dotted with olive trees, stone farmhouses, and cypress roads that curve like brushstrokes. Here the light is different. It glows, it settles, it holds everything in a soft embrace. Villages like San Gimignano and Montepulciano rise on hilltops, their towers and terracotta roofs catching the last light of day. You can drive for hours and never want to arrive, because the journey itself is the destination. Wineries welcome you with open doors, offering sips of Chianti Brunello or something older than memory. Plates of pasta are served with a story, and bread is dipped in oil as green as spring. You might wake to the sound of church bells, or birdsong, or nothing at all. Here, silence is sacred. Even the wind seems to move gently not to disturb the peace. The Tuscan countryside isn't just beautiful. It's a feeling, soft, warm, and impossible to forget. Lake Como is a mirror of the mountains, quiet, still, and endlessly deep. It curves like a delicate branch, lined with villas that seem to float between forest and sky. The water is dark blue, sometimes green, sometimes silver, always mysterious. You can glide across the lake in a little wooden boat. The wind soft, the silence thicker than you expected. Villages like Varenna and Bellagio seem to grow from the hills, their stone steps leading to flowered balconies and hidden gardens. There's elegance here, but never showy. The kind of beauty that doesn't beg for attention. It simply exists like it has for centuries. People come here to slow down, to sip coffee in the sun, to hear the lapping water echo off marble walls. George Clooney has a villa here, but so do families who've lived here for generations, quietly watching the seasons pass across the peaks. In the morning, mist curls around the lake like a secret. By evening, the lights of the towns shimmer like fireflies trapped in glass. The air smells like jasmine and wood smoke, like stories passed down without words. Lake Como isn't loud, it doesn't ask for love, it just offers calm. And that's what makes it unforgettable. The Dolomites rise like stone cathedrals, jagged, ancient, and kissed by clouds. These mountains are not gentle. They are dramatic, bold, full of thunder and silence at once. They turn pink at sunset, a phenomenon so magical it has its own name, Inrosadira. Hike the trails, and you'll find high alpine meadows, carpets of wildflowers, wooden huts, cows with bells that echo across the slopes. Villages like Ortizay and Cortina feel frozen in time. Wood-carved houses, blue shutters, flower boxes spilling color from every window. In winter, everything turns to white, soft snow covering the world like a dream. Tears swoosh down from peaks that touch the sky, while fireplaces crackle in cozy lodges below. But it's not just about the views, it's about the feeling. The way the air tastes cleaner here, the way your footsteps sound different on pine needles and stone. The Dolomites are a place where nature still feels wild, but also strangely welcoming. You can be alone and feel safe. Small, but never lost. Come here not to escape the world, but to remember it. To feel something again, something simple, something true. Sicily is sunlight in motion, wild, ancient, and full of fire. It's the largest island in the Mediterranean, and every inch of it tells a different story. You'll find Greek temples older than history books, Arab gardens, Norman castles, and Spanish cathedrals all sharing the same sky. The cities pulse with life. Palermo is chaos and color. Markets bursting with voices, spices, fish still jumping in baskets. Catania stands in the shadow of Mount Etna, a volcano that still breathes smoke into the clouds. You can hike its black slopes, feel the heat rise from cracks in the earth, then cool down in blue sea coves. Try a bite of arancini, golden crispy rice balls with molten centers, or sweet cannoli stuffed with fresh ricotta and a dust of pistachio. But Sicily isn't just food, it's soul. You feel it in the music of the streets, in the weathered hands of a grandmother making pasta by heart. You hear it in the breeze through olive trees, or the silence of a hilltop church at noon. Sicily doesn't ask to be understood. It just wants you to feel everything all at once. And somehow, you do. Matera looks like a forgotten dream, carved into stone, half cave, half town, entirely surreal. It's one of the oldest cities in the world, and for centuries, people lived in caves dug straight into the rock. These homes called sassi form a labyrinth, a honeycomb of alleys, archways, and secrets stacked on top of each other like puzzle pieces. At night, when the lights flicker on, the whole city glows golden like it's lit from within. For years, Matera was abandoned, seen as poor, forgotten, too broken to save. But now it's risen again, a symbol of resilience, of beauty reborn from ruin. Walk its paths and you'll feel it. The weight of time, the silence of stone that has seen it all. Churches here are hidden inside caves, their frescoes faded but still pulsing with color. There's no straight line in Matera, no clear direction. You wander, you get lost, and somehow you always end up somewhere magical. It's quiet here, but never dull. The past lives in the walls, and the future hums softly beneath your feet. Matera isn't like anywhere else, and maybe that's the point. Alberobello looks like it was built by storybook creatures, its whitewashed homes topped with cone-shaped roofs called trulli lined up like a fairy tale village. These little houses are centuries old, made from limestone stacked without mortar, with symbols painted on the roof for protection or luck. No one knows exactly where the idea came from, but walking through them feels like stepping into another world. It's quiet, whimsical, and slightly surreal. The streets are narrow and curved, the kind of place where you slow down just to see what's around the next corner. Each trullo is slightly different. Some are shops now, others homes. Some turned into cozy little hotels that feel like caves dressed in linen and candlelight. The beauty here isn't loud. It whispers, it hums, and it stays with you. Alberobello is a reminder that even the strangest dreams can come true, if you build them with care, with stone, and with heart. Sardinia doesn't try to impress you. It just takes your breath away. This island is wild and free, with turquoise waters that look unreal, cliffs that drop into the sea, and beaches so empty, feels like they were made just for you. But Sardinia isn't only about the sea. There are mountains in the middle, dense forests, hidden waterfalls, ancient stone towers called nuraghe built thousands of years ago and still standing strong. You can drive for hours and not see another soul. Just sheep silence and the occasional shepherd watching the wind. The food here is honest and bold. Roasted suckling pig, homemade bread stuffed with herbs. Cheese that tingles on your tongue, and the people, tough, proud, deeply kind. They carry stories in their eyes, and a strength shaped by wind, salt, and sun. Sardinia is not polished. It's raw, untamed, and completely unforgettable. Italy's heart doesn't always beat in the big cities. Sometimes it whispers from tiny villages perched on cliffs, hidden in valleys, or lost in time. Places like Civita di Bagnoregio, a town suspended on a hilltop that seems to float above the clouds. Or Castelmazzano, nestled between jagged peaks, where houses blend into rock and the silence feels holy. There are villages where only a dozen people live, where the baker still delivers bread on foot and no one locks their doors. You walk through these places and time slows down. Children play in the square. Church bells ring on the hour. Someone waves from a balcony even if they don't know your name. These villages are not famous. They don't want to be. They are here for those who seek quiet. For those who believe in beauty without spotlight. In Italy, the deeper you go, the more you find. So now you've wandered through ruins and vineyards, through floating cities and stone-carved dreams. You've seen Italy's loud joy and quiet grace. Its coastline sparkles, its mountains sing, its people open their arms. But here's the truth. Italy is more than just a place. It's a feeling. It's how the sun hits a terracotta wall at sunset. How a simple plate of pasta can taste like a poem. It's the sound of church bells and laughter, of waves and footsteps on marble. And once Italy touches you, it stays. In your memory, in your breath, in your heart. So whenever you need to feel something real, something beautiful, Italy will be waiting. Let us reward you for watching till the end. Here's how to claim your free prizes. Step 1. Check the links in the description right now. Step 2. Access our free app now and unlock hundreds of free resources to craft the perfect travel experience without the cost of a traditional travel agency. You'll find valuable pieces of advice for your trips, links to buy skip-the-line entry tickets for any attraction in the world, plus a community of travelers waiting to share the love of travels with you. If this sounds not enough to you, we will give you even more extra contents like how to travel with kids or pets, language courses to sound like a native when you travel, practical guides on how to find your ikigai, stress relief techniques to enjoy your travels and life like never before. Do not hesitate. Our app is free. Click the link in the description now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel so you do not lose any moment of deep connection with our amazing planet and your own soul.